Last time on Chronotopia, Devmo plummeted to his death. Trapped in purgatory, he meets a witch named Liz. She's going to help him regain his memories by telling him a fairy tale. It's a story about a king who tragically lost his wife. Driven mad by his despair, he falls in love with his daughter Kionna. With her retainer Nahima, she searches for clues about her fairy godmother to save her.
Worried, Kionna moved out into the hallway.
Yeah.
Passing near the kitchens, she overheard scraps of conversation between some of the retainers.
I've heard that the king has no money left.
Yes, the marvelous donkey has been slaughtered. I knew someone working at the stables who saw everything.
That is appalling. How is the kingdom going to hold out? It was the only thing we still had left.
No idea. As far as I'm concerned, I'm thinking about departing with my family. As a craftsman, I should be able to find work in another castle.
How lucky. I would like to do the same, but it is impossible. I have to stay here until the very end, since I am only a chambermaid.
Nope, I'm good with that.
Hey! I'm sticking with that.
Yep.
Kionna sneaked out before getting noticed. Now was not the time to be congratulated by fake smiles from the servants whose lives she had so irrevocably ruined.
God.
She stopped for a while in the garden to meditate and pray and soak her feet in the town's drinking water.
God, if you can hear me, give me your strength.
Later that night, as the heiress was rereading under the candle's light the courtly novel she had borrowed in the library, a scratch at the door interrupted her daydreaming. Seized with panic, she blew the dim flames out and lay down in her bed, pretending to be asleep. She definitely did not want to be disturbed. The scratching noise intensified. A few minutes of silence later, the creaking of the panel being slid open revealed a silhouette. The princess focused as much as she could on keeping her eyes shut, as clear steps were coming closer and closer and closer to her. She waited, her heart pounding. Someone was standing right next to her bed. She could sense their breathing on her face. It was her father. She was sure of it. After what seemed like an eternity, she could once again hear the steps, this time farther away in the corridor. And then the door closed.
Slam!
The princess carefully opened her eyes. The donkey's skin was lying just in front of her.
Ooh.
Creepy as hell.
Ew. Wait, somebody just broke into my room and left a dead animal skin?
Someone
I
came in
told you,
through
this
a
is mafia.
secret door and left a dead animal skin on your bed.
Okay,
That is
just
horrifying.
pause for a moment.
Yes,
She asked for the dead animal.
And,
that's a good point. Yeah, that was totally your fault.
And are
This
you
is
defending
gross.
the king
No.
now?
Had the option of believing in magic. Just saying.
How dreadful. The poor thing.
And yet, it is unlikely to bite you.
The candles relit as if by magic, while the fairy was making an entrance in her usual whirlwind.
You should have believed in magic. I see that the king has provided the hide of the donkey you asked for.
So you know.
Well, yeah. My child, I know almost everything, such as the benefit of being a fairy. Do you have an answer to give me?
Oh dear.
Yes, madam. All things considered, I think I cannot make a wish under those conditions. I'm not ready to lose the person I love most,
Aw.
and either way, I would not know what to wish for.
I see. This is unfortunate, for it would have allowed me to get back to sleep sooner, but this possibly is the wisest choice given your situation. Nevertheless, even if I can help you outside a wish, my powers will be incredibly reduced. Would you not want to make a pact as a precaution?
Kionna put her hand under her chin in a pensive stance, and then
Uh-huh. I accept. I hardly have a choice if I want to avoid that loathsome wedding anyway.
Let this be a deal, then. In that case, come closer and grab my hands. You must not let go of them during the whole summoning. Understood? Summoning.
Yep, let's summon a few more demons. I love
I
everything.
feel like you're already here. How am I summoning anything? Also,
We'll see.
it really bothers me that went like really red and now it's back to like yellow.
It's the chandelier. Do you want me to start clicking on random things? Knowing that advances the plot.
How about no? No. Yes, godmother.
Perfect. Let us proceed.
Wait!
Oh, demon. What? What is it, love?
I do not even know your name.
You don't get to know.
Names do give power.
Yeah, exactly.
The fairy suddenly seemed moved and, at the same time, almost sorrowful, as if that very question was bringing back painful memories to her.
I am known as Medea. Are you satisfied now?
I'm going to show interest.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I heard that it was disrespectful to pronounce the name of a fairy. Is that true? Or may I call you by that name?
The creature looked away toward the other side of the room, as if she was ill at ease.
It is quite complicated.
Unless your name works like demon names do? If I happen to know it, I would gain absolute control over you, and that is something you would rather avoid?
Hey, we already said that I'm not... You are truly a clever one.
Apparently you are.
Medea is my fairy name, not my real name. The one I was given when I was still mortal. However, I forgot that name along with my old memories when I was corrupted. So I cannot reveal it, even if I wanted to, and it would not be a good idea anyway. I believe in you, but trusting that sort of thing to a mortal would have disastrous consequences.
I see. May I know why you are called Medea, then?
Little... That is the name chosen by the World Tree when it read my heart. It was very likely based on what I had been as a human being. I believe Medea means to understand, to meditate.
This is a very pretty name that shows you are a person possessing high intelligence. Sorry, high knowledge.
The fairy could not suppress.
Certainly. Are you satisfied this time?
Yes, godmother.
Show interest. Let us begin. Oh, demon.
Medea immediately grabbed the princess's frail hands and began to recite an incantation in an unknown language.
Demonic.
Oh, please give him an unknown language he has to read.
Yeah,
A magic circle soon appeared on her back.
Ooh.
Not at her back, on her back. The unknown language is Greek. As she was singing louder and louder, quicker and quicker, the various flames located in the room seemed to gain strength. Eyes closed, the fairy appeared to be in a trance. Kionna was scared by her exalted face. A strange feeling spread through her body as the distant beating of drums came to her ears. Her sight started to become blurred. The heat was preventing her from thinking straight, and she already could not comprehend what was going on anymore. The fairy was unmistakably drawing near the climax of her incantation, and the princess had to struggle to keep standing. All of a sudden, a fierce burn pierced her chest, as if an invisible hand were branding her with red-hot iron. Then, nothing more. The fairy's chant stopped gradually, and Kionna eventually got her 5 senses back. In yellow.
What?
I think this is orange.
What happened?
I told you, it was a pact!
But something had changed in Medea. Her eyes were glowing with a troubling light, contrasting with the nonchalance she had displayed so far. In her hand, she held Kionna's soul. Oh, I'm sorry.
The link has been established.
The fairy kneeled before the young girl, dazed.
I am at your service. You can summon me whenever you like. I would like to specify, nevertheless, that I remain a mere outsider. You are the one to make the decisions and shape your fate, your own fate.
What do you mean?
Please, I told you. Well, in short,
The 6th time.
Huh.
well, attention.
So I feel like the fairy may not be good or evil, but when
And she
you
doesn't
make the
make
evil
decisions.
actions because you're using her, you're responsible for all the horrible consequences that are going to come because of it.
No, I'm a good Christian.
Well, in short, I will blah blah blah.
Kionna and the fairy remained speechless. The fairy finally got back up on her feet and put on her most beautiful smile. When the princess was able to see her pupils again, the creature had seemingly returned to normal. Hold on, I need to, look over at people to make sure their pupils have returned again.
Call me when you have made up your mind, my love. I'm going to go for a short stroll.
Yeah, just go out into the countryside, murder some countrywomen.
Pay no attention to me.
And with those caustic words... Caustic?
She's really annoyed about having
I
to stroll instead of sleep.
I did not read that at all as caustic.
I didn't either.
No, I would
They're
agree.
almost comforting. And with those caustic words, she evaporated again. Poof! At the same exact time,
Princess!
Nahima,
Are you naked? Sorry.
Princess, I'm so sorry. Dang it, you have your clothes on. I was held back a good part of the day because of the ceremony and preparation. I could slip out any sooner. I'm sorry. Are you all right?
well, princess,
Go with could be better.
I'm embarrassed. Since this morning, you would have seen the fairy and your father. I guess you must be shaken. But I'm here now, and I'll not leave your side. If I can help you in any way, just tell me. Back rubs, bathing. I'll do it all, princess.
Thank you, Nahima. You are adorable.
I just...
the young servant furtively put her hands on her cheeks to hide their rosiness.
It's the least I can do. Nahima will always be at your side, no matter what happens. Leave no doubt.
Until you make a demonic pledge and have her memory sold off as the price. The princess, as a feeble way to redirect the conversation.
I was able to talk with my godmother. She agrees to help me, but only if I explain what I need. She told me that she would not allow herself to decide what she would do in my place.
Kionna decided not to mention the pact, or its price, so that her friend didn't worry, since she was that price. Anyway, the incantation had been frightening enough that the heiress didn't want to bring up the subject ever again. Furthermore, she was feeling a little shameful, and was refusing to confess to her religious friend. I'm seeing a lot of that. That she had been imprinted by a fairy's mark. I'm sorry, Nahima. I now bear the mark of the devil. That couldn't really be a good thing in the eyes of God.
Oh, that's good news. Have you decided how you're going to escape from your father yet?
Not yet, but I am working on it.
I'm going to sit in the corner of the room. Just sit here, okay? And I'm going to avoid disturbing you. Could you just give me a sign if you need me? Just like, "Oh, Nahima, I'm over here," or just something like that.
In a clear sign, the princess took the time to lie on the bed and watched her breathing. In order that she would be perfectly calm and lucid. The decision she was about to make was crucial, and she had no room for mistakes. However, her mind was empty, and she did not know how to escape from her father without him finding her. Kionna glanced around the room in the hope of finding an idea. Her eyes suddenly laid upon...
A chair.
Yeah,
Ooh.
let's look
Keep
at
in mind, the most important decision you'll ever make.
I feel like it's really not. Let's look at the writing desk, I think, the chair over there.
This one, you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
That's
Okay.
where my eyes are laying.
Her eyes laid upon the manuscript of Clegane that she had brought from the library and put on her desk. In that story, the characters go through similar hardships. Peniche devises a ploy so that Clegace's uncle believes she is dead, allowing her to escape with her lover without raising any suspicion. To achieve that goal, she asks her wet nurse, Thessala, who can brew potions, to make her a filter that would make her appear to be dead. That would be a solution. Ask the grandmother for a similar beverage, and solicit Nahima to be your accomplice.
I guess the ottoman?
Her eyes then laid upon the donkey skin that her father had placed on her bed.
Ooh.
Oh! The ears! Look at that! It's just
That looks really hideous.
His name was Fred! Fred the Magic Donkey!
I'm turning all the old people to hot dogs, and you're next!
The flying hell is going on.
Well, that sounds like a great plan. The world needs hot dogs. Oh, son, stop him! Why are you so